What's the deal, man? It's RJ Lamont in the building, aka RJ Always Trippin', and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't produced by RJ, throw the beat away. 2 days down in the O, I made 60K. If you think I'm lying, lock me up.
All right, so we got RJ Lamont off the porch with us today.
What's the deal? RJ Lamont in the building.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, bro?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. Loving this Atlanta weather.
Okay.
Loving the Atlanta vibes. It's always a party out here.
Nah, that's what's up, man. What else you got shaking here in Atlanta, man? What else you been up to?
I actually just signed a deal with Ultra.
I saw that. Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah, so I came out here to link up with them, and I got to work in their studio for they gave me 10 hours yesterday, so I was in there for 10 hours just knocking out beats.
Okay.
A few producers came through, Go Grizzly, Westside Kari, and then I was about to link up with DJ on the beat, but I think my studio time was almost over.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. So how do you like working here in Atlanta compared to back at home in Detroit then?
It's the same thing. The only thing I like better is just don't nobody really know me out here. So I can kind of just be in a room just making beats and nobody gonna really walk in and try to interrupt me.
Yeah.
Unless they just hear some dope beats, but that's also a plus because people will just walk in and just buy beats, just walk in.
Yeah, that's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on in Detroit these days, man? What's life like out there?
These days in Detroit, how would you describe Detroit these days? It's like Grand Theft Auto. Everybody has a very fast car, a gun, and the police only coming if you got 5 stars. That's how I would describe Detroit.
Oh, so you guys are lit.
No, we lit. Everybody got Hemis. Everybody got Hellcats. Everybody has a Hellcat.
It's kind of like here in Atlanta, man.
Nah, I came out here in Atlanta. Everybody got they got Challengers and Chargers, but they got the V6s, the
They
base
ain't got
models.
the real one, huh?
Yeah, they don't got a real one. They got the one that you get from the rental car place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what was your childhood like growing up in Detroit? What were you into as a kid?
My cousin was an artist. My cousin was a rapper, so I came up in the music. I'm from the Eastside too, by the way. I'm from the Eastside of Detroit. I came from the same neighborhood as pretty much all the Eastside rappers. We were all from the same neighborhood. So life was kind of fun. Music started popping up around 11th grade. That's when I remember we had this barbershop. It was me, Peasy, John Boy, and Dame Dot. We all used to go to this barbershop, and inside of this barbershop in the back, it was a studio.
Oh,
and
wow.
we just do music in there all the time. Yeah, so it was lit. It was pretty lit. It went, I ain't gonna say I just got in trouble. I never got in trouble. I was always away from that. I was always doing music. And then I had a cousin that was a rapper. He blew up when I was 13. So from then I was just living, just living a life since 13, really.
Who's your cousin?
He's a Detroit artist by the name of Tonton.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he made What Up Though?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just opened up his own Coney Island.
I saw that. That's
it's called
crazy.
Coney Island. Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
What's crazy is that my grandma, before she passed away, she told him to do that.
Really?
And he really did it.
Nah, that's dope. Yeah, I saw he was all over the news for that too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so did you start off by making beats or were you rapping at first?
Well, my cousin was a rapper, so coming up, and you see he putting his homeboys on, everybody around us doing music. So I knew I was gonna either be a manager or I was gonna make beats or just something. And I had an uncle who was making beats. I ain't gonna say nothing about his beats, but he showed me how to make beats, and from there I kind of just I made those beats, and then my cousin had an artist that was closer to my age. So he would just put the artist with me and was just you just make all his beats. So I started making his beats, and then we caught a little hit around the city. This before anybody's playing any type of Detroit music. We caught a little hit around the city, and I just been going since then. But then I got a little older, and then people stopped buying my beats because it's 14, 15. Once I hit 20, 21, people stopped buying my beats. So I started DJing, and when I started DJing, I became a DJ, so people would buy. I basically said, I'm gonna become the hottest DJ, and the only way you're gonna get your music spent is if you buy my beats. So that was the plan.
That's a good theory right there, yeah.
So I started DJing, and then people just started buying the beats because that's the only way he's gonna get it played. Yeah.
So what did your early beats, some of the first beats, what did they sound like? Did they sound like Detroit type beats or?
Like early back when I was doing the stuff with my cousin, that was more so like I was making beats like She Got a Donk, which is like because it was like Soulja Boy time. So like I was making like Soulja Boy like beats, or just like, or I would make like old Jeezy beats, like beats like that. But then like I linked up with Dame Dot. I linked up with him. He would basically take my beats and be like, nah, bro, we don't want to rap on that. And he'd just make them sound like Detroit. Like he would take the same exact beats I made and just break them down and make them sound like Detroit. And that's how I kind of got familiar with it. And then it just went from there. Cause that sound been around like forever. That used to be the worst sound ever. People used to call them the worst sound in music ever. Yeah,
it's weird how big of a 180 that's gone. That people didn't like that Detroit sound. Now the whole world is up on it.
Yeah. I feel like I take credit to that because when I was telling you, like I became a DJ, I became like a stupid big DJ like so fast. All I was playing was my own music and that was just Detroit music. So I started getting around the city. Everywhere you go, all you hear is Detroit music. All you hear is Detroit music everywhere you go. And now it's like huge. It's like huge. Like now when I walk in studios, it's like well they want Detroit beats. Like before they didn't even want those beats.
Yeah, it's like all these rappers coming up with the Detroit flow too. Like if they get on the beats, they gotta rap that way too.
Yeah, they do. I hear a lot of that. People always they still in the style, but I mean, shit, I don't care. They still getting the beats, so it works for me.
Were there any producers that you were a big fan of when you first started out? Someone that you maybe had looked up to?
I started making beats listening to like K on the Track, Shawty Rich, Drummer Boy, people like that. But from where I'm from, Hell of a was the only person at one point in time, the only person you could get beats from was Hell of a.
Yeah.
Like he was the only. I think he was like, I ain't gonna say he was one of the first, but he was one of the first person I know to just make beats. And then so after Hell of a, I started hanging out with like Meech and Dame Dot. So Meech and Dame Dot, we was all doing beats together. So I could say that, but outside of that, nah, I ain't really like a fan of nobody.
Yeah. How much did being a DJ help you as a producer, knowing what the crowd fucks with, what's going to work?
It helps a lot. I kind of know what the music's supposed to sound like already. But at the same time, it's like, you don't really know what a hit is, cause like you could put out a song and then that shit could be trash and that shit could become a hit. So, but it do help me like when I'm making beats, make all my beats kind of more hyper cause I be DJing. But it really helped when people are not buying beats, I'm probably DJing a lot. And when people are not booking me to DJ, I'm probably making a bunch of beats. Yeah. So it kind of helped it like that, like I balance out when one pick up the other.
Yeah. So how do you balance the two today since you're probably in high demand on both, right?
Yeah. It's actually hard, and I got my kids, so it's like, oh my God. So how I'm balancing both today? How do I balance it? I don't balance it. I know like some days I wake up and I just make like 20, 30 beats, and then it'll be like, all right, I don't have to make beats no more for about a week. I could just go DJ, do whatever. But sometimes I get backed up, and then like right now, like it's like 6 people need beats for their CDs and shit that I'm trying to get on. So I don't know how to balance it. I just make sure whenever I go to like cities like this, I book a bunch of studio time, like 10 hours, book the whole day. No matter what city I go to, just book the whole day, just be in there making beats all day. Yeah. And then after that, I can do whatever I want, but I just gotta make the beats first.
For sure. So do you prefer to like hook up with the artist present or just have your beats ready and hit the studio with them?
Either or. When you hooking up with somebody in front of them, the music got a different vibe and they're more willing to just like, if I email you some beats, you're more willing to just be like, nah, I don't like that one, I don't like that. I don't like none of these, send me some more. Yeah. But if I'm in front of you and I play it with those same beats, you might just be like, nah, I want that one. So it do help. Like I do that a lot. Like majority of them, yeah, that's how I do it. I just pull up on everybody. Yeah. I just pull up on you. I fly to your city, pull up, hop in the studio with you. I mean, I do sell beats through email, but not so much, like, cause you can't really keep track of those beats too, cause you end up double selling beats and stuff. So no, it's better. You just pull up on them, get the beats right here and there.
So are you very hands-on a producer when you're present and they're recording over your song? Give them direction, or you kind of just let them do that?
I kind of just let them do them because I just, like, who am I to tell you that this is going to be trash? Because I'm telling you, I've heard some stuff. Like, I play some music for people, and they be like, this is the worst shit I ever heard of my life. And then 2 weeks later, it's the biggest song. I just played this for you.
So how long would you say it kind of took for you to find your sound, the RJ Lamont sound?
Usually, well, like it took me like 5. It took me like 2 weeks to learn how to make beats, but it took me like 5 years of like just making beats over and over. But you really don't find your sound until you get your first hit. Once you get your first hit, you're like, all right, I'm gonna just make all my beats sound like this.
Yeah, if this worked already.
Yeah. So I say like around Lifestyle, it was Dej Loaf, Oberrollin, Dej Loaf, Oberrollin, Dex Osama. It was called Lifestyle. Around that time, that's the same time like Def on Me, Dex Osama, Def on Me came out.
Okay, yeah.
So around that time, made that. Once I made those beats, it was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna just keep making beats that sound like these, because this is what people want to hear.
Yeah.
But it changed. That's the problem. If you keep your beats like sounding like the same, it's gonna be good for like a year. But it's really gonna be good for like 2 years in your head. But like a year ago, people kind of was over your sound and they was rapping on some new type of beats. So you kind of gotta just keep switching up, listening to all the younger producers like Energy, Baby on the track, Pablo, all of them. Like listening to their beats, you're like, oh, all right, I need to do what I do, but add some of this to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about other producers making RJ Lamont type beats?
That's inspiring for real. It's crazy because it was crazy. I don't even think my beats be that good. I be hearing other producer beats and be like, damn, how you get it to sound like that? But man, I don't know. For some reason, whenever I play like just some of my old, just RJ sounding beats, the artists just always just fuck with those more than when I try to like mix it up the new style.
All right, so how'd you get these tags, man? Let's start with the RJ Always Trippin' tag.
I did a song with Calico, and he just battled Hitman Hollow like not too long ago. Down here. I did a song with him, and before he came on the song, he was like, man, RJ always tripping, RJ always tripping. And when I heard the song, I was like, yeah, this hard. I cut the tag from the beginning, that's how I got that one.
Okay.
The original one though, the Ooh RJ, I was talking to this girl and I had her come to the studio. And I'm like, yeah, we about to lay down some drops. So we laying down drops and stuff, but long story short, she didn't want to do the drops. Like she got scared in front of the mic. So I'm like, bro, just say Ooh RJ. So she just says it. And then, yeah, that's how the original Ooh RJ came. But then once the song started popping off, she hit me up and was kind of like, yeah, I need some money. So, so I went to like the deep voice guy, and I hit him up, and he had a girl, and I had her say it. So it's the one you hear on the songs now is a different one than you used to hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you got to make one out of that Rio line on Toxic, man.
I did. That's the new one.
You did? Okay.
That's the new one.
Yeah, I was just listening to it. I was like, man, he's got to use that, man.
Yeah, that's the new one on all the new beats. That's like any new, like I just did something with Yachty like a week ago.
Okay.
That's on that one. Like all the new songs, that's the tag.
No, that's hard right there.
Yeah. Even when I DJ, I play that. I play it like all night. That's like my sound. Like all night. People think I made every song that I DJ. I be playing Ski. They think I made it.
So what's it like working with Rio in the studio, man?
I knew Rio because that was Peasy's artist, but I knew Peasy, so it was just all love, like just off that connection. And yeah, every time I dropped a song with him, it did 1 million views.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing songs with you. He was looking out too. It's great. Like he was actually like looking out, like what he was charging me for the features and stuff. Like one time, he was looking out so much that I just gave him double of what he was asking because I was like, fuck. Oh, for Mr. Toxic, when we did Mr. Toxic, I gave him double of what I gave him for the previous song just because I was like, fuck it, bro, you helping me out.
Yeah, nah, for real. Yeah, he's so dope. I'm sure you sit in the studio like, damn, he just said that? Because he be snapping on them shits.
He used to record at the studio that I rented a room out in.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I used to see him like every night, all night. All you hear is real songs. He really did, like, the many features that he say, like, bro, I've never seen nobody. Bro, I remember one time I went out of town with them, they was doing features in the car. They was in the car, they had the mic set up in the car, knocking out features, just passing them out like testers.
Yeah, because when in that high of a demand, why not? Just knock them all out.
I've never seen nobody in that high of demand.
How'd you link up with Sada?
I knew Sada like 16 or 17 years. Back in the day, we used to be like, we used to throw parties, and we was in like the same group. So when we was in high school, so we kind of was cool from back then. So when I seen him blowing up as an artist, it was kind of cool because like I already knew him. And even now, like when I hang out with him now, it's still like when we used to hang out like 16 years ago. Like yeah, like he don't treat. That's one artist that don't treat me like he's like stupid famous. Like it's still the same vibes. Like what you doing, RJ? Pull up. We over here. If he was out here, he'd probably be over there type shit.
Yeah. You guys plan to drop a tape? Is that in the works or?
It should be. He's blowing up huge.
Mm-hmm.
I just did like 11 beats for him.
Really?
Yeah, with him it's like if you send him some beats, he gonna use them all. Like every beat you send. So don't send him no beats and send them to somebody else because he's going to use every beat. And you don't know when the song will come out. You don't know who's gonna be on it. So you gotta just give him his own stash of beats.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you feel about that, just waiting for some of these songs to drop? Because I'm sure if they even do send them back to you, you're pretty hyped for these shits to drop, and then man, it could be anywhere for like up to a year, especially if they're signed.
It's always a year. I feel like everything I'm doing right now, I'm not going to even hear till next year. But that's how I kind of keep you working, but that keep you working because you'll work this whole year, and the music ain't going to come out till next year, and then it might not get big till the year after.
Yeah.
So that's just the game. But nowadays, it seems like these songs blowing up so much quicker. Like I seen people get like 3 million in like 3 weeks type shit now. So.
Good shit. Yeah. So what's your connection with TF, the family?
Oh, well, you know, from when I first started, I started off with them. So I had like been with them from the beginning, and you know, like some of the songs that kind of like built the label was like all the Lonnie songs, like Talk That Shit, Whatever I Say, all the songs I did the beats for. So I kind of just been locked in for life with them. Like we just locked in. And then like my crib, their studio used to be my crib.
For real.
Right? Like my crib used to be their studio. So we used to just knock out songs every day. Everybody come through. That's how I met majority of everybody in the industry. Cause yeah, TF is kind of a big label now.
Oh yeah.
And even now, like it's even getting bigger. Like now they got TJX6. I'm like damn. And then, yeah, any label room I walk in, I just say I'm part of TF, and they kind of just let me in. If they didn't already know me from just doing the beats.
Mm-hmm. For sure. You and Lonnie gonna drop another tape, man?
I just talked to him last week. First, I'm gonna just get a couple singles with him.
Okay.
I'm about to send him some more beats this week, but we do need to drop Talk That Shit 3, like ASAP. Like ASAP. I need to tap in. You probably just sparked the idea that I need to call him now. Like it's time to drop.
Get
Talk
his
That
ass
Shit
up,
3.
yeah.
It is time.
Do you have a story about PaidWill you could share with us?
Rip Paid, but a good story. What's a good story? Oh, what's crazy is like he's like 7 years younger than me, and he introduced me to weed. I never smoked weed before until I met him.
Really?
It's crazy. He was way younger than me. I'm like, who's
How
this
long
kid?
ago
He was
was
like
this?
a kid, bro. I swear he had to be no older than like 15. Like literally no older than 50. The first time I met BandGang, the first person I met was Paid. That was the first person I met. So I met BandGang. I met Paid. Paid told me to pull up to the studio. They're smoking backwoods. I had never smoked a backwood in my life. All I know is they smoke so many backwoods that when Pootie walked in the room, TF, as soon as he walked in the room, he started talking to me, and all I heard was wah 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 wah. Like, bro. So I had never got high before I had met them, and then I remember one time we was on tour in Akron, and I was driving the rental car, and we just made a stop, and it just happened to be like a pet store right there or something, and they grabbed some crickets, and while I'm driving in the middle of driving, Paid and Mazzo in the back, they throw crickets on me in the middle of while I'm driving. Bro, I throw the car in fucking park, hop out the car and just start running. So I dropped the rental car key. We drive like to another city, and then we realized that we dropped the key.
You don't have the keys.
We had to turn around and go all the way back and get the key.
That's wild right there, man.
Yeah, Paid was good people, always.
Yeah, long live Paid, man. Who's some of the other artists you working with right now? You mentioned Yachty just jumping on something.
Yeah, pretty much everybody. I was on YBN Namir CD.
Were you?
The one that just dropped. I had 2 songs on that CD.
Oh shit, I'm sleep.
Yeah. Who else? tapped in with Draco the Ruler, Blue Bloods Clan, Peasy, working on new stuff with Peasy, new stuff with Sada. I'm gonna be on Vezo new CD that's about to come out.
Okay.
Who else did I just tap in recently with? Filthy Rich, I did some stuff with him recently. I'm just trying to get some bigger placements. Now I'm just trying to get like some stupid placements type shit. So I'm just I've been collabing with a lot of producers. Like I'll be collabing with FKI first.
Okay.
Collab with him a lot and try to get some placements that way. But that's probably the biggest artist right now. I can just think of the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's it been like watching this Detroit music scene blow up these last 2-3 years now? Maybe 4?
It's crazy because I remember like when I was with like BandGang and I remember when we first started dropping videos on YouTube and we got our first YouTube check, and it was for so much money that we was like, oh my God, we dropped 30 videos in 30 days, literally. And then like to see it now like really paying off. Like I mean like we was making money, but it's like, bro, you could really like, it was like a side hustle back then, but now it's like, bro, you could really just make a career out of this. Like they're eating this Detroit shit up. Like this Detroit shit is the biggest thing ever right now. And yeah, like I know a few, man, I know people that turned their whole life around just off Detroit music.
Absolutely, yeah. Why do you think it took so long for people outside of Detroit to catch on to that sound?
I don't know. I don't know why it took so long. I think it when more of the outside rappers started tapping in with us, that's really what helped. But it was first day out though. It was right after first day out.
Absolutely.
I swear. I literally remember how I was living before first day out came out and how I was living after first day out came out. It was just like, this is crazy. This is crazy. After that, anybody could pop.
It's like everyone did too.
Yeah, everybody just started popping off. Man, like, and you know, in Detroit, that's all we listen to is just Detroit music. So, like, when you hear outside of Detroit, it's like, oh. Like last night I went to a club. I went to Platinum. Went there and I heard like, just to hear like Babyface Ray, Vezo, Sada, just all this stuff getting played in there. It's like, and these are just like regular songs. Like they didn't, when I first heard those songs, they didn't even know I was there. Once I told them I was there, they played more. But before that, like they're just regularly playing Detroit music now, and I never thought I'd hear that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
What's some of the hottest songs that you spin in Detroit right now?
From Detroit artists?
Yeah.
I think the Peasy Real Flow.
Okay.
And Peasy Build-A-Bear is 2 of the most requested songs. Anything from Sada kind of go crazy because it just hype you up. Especially the ones I did like Preston and Dumbass. What else is big? What should be some of the biggest songs in the D? What's some of the biggest songs in the D?
42 and Gotti got a song with 42.
Yeah, that's another one. And anything. Up the Score. That's a big song.
Oh, yeah.
Up the Score. Up the Score is a huge song. Yeah, pretty much anything from Doug, 42 Doug. He got a lot of bangers, especially like Dog Food. Detroit music as a whole is just like, man, it's like all hits right now. Like it's like everybody's just dropping a song and just dropping another song. Rio, oh my God, Rio. That's every song. Oh, Rio and Y and J, that's like all you hear.
For real.
Rio, Y and J, that's like, bro, that's like the most overplayed stuff I can say.
Yeah. What'd you think of Y&J the first time you heard him?
I got it. I got it. And then I thought it was over the top, but then I'm not even gonna lie. So one time I was blowed and I started acting like him to like some girls and they just got lit. So I was like, oh my, I see why he be on this. Like, bro, the girls love this shit, bro. He making music for girls and fans, like real life just fans. So I see it. It ain't more so just like, I kind of like it though. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. Y&J popping. Then I see he get like big artists on his stuff. Like he getting like
absolutely. He
Lil
just had Coi
Pump,
Leray.
Coi Leray. I'm like YJ popping, and it's another one, BFP Pac-Man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, popping. That Flint movement is like a whole, cause that's like that's like 45 minutes from Detroit, so that ain't even like the same area. But they got their own movement.
Absolutely.
And they got rappers, like they got Crispy Life,
Yep.
RMC Mike, Rio. Yeah, that one city popped off for like 7 artists in 1 year.
Yep. And
That's
there.
crazy. Only like 2 or 3 artists from Detroit pop off a year.
Yeah, because I know when we post YNJ on the IG, it's either people love them or they hate them. There's like no in between. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, this shit's definitely
I get it though.
dope.
Like I get it. YNJ, that boy popping.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're DJing the club, how do you deal with like drunk people coming up to you and requesting the song?
Oh, I had to have a security guard. I mean, at this point, I just had to have a security guard because I don't know what a drunk person to do. Yeah, you never know what a drunk person to do. So, but I mean, I'm still a people person, so I kind of know how to deal with people. Like, I know how to talk to you, see what you want. Usually, I mean, if you're drunk and you want to hear something, just give me some money. That works.
That's usually the best way, right?
I just play it. Just give me some money. I just play it right now.
All right, so you mentioned being a father. What has fatherhood taught you about life?
To have like your shit together. Like you gotta have a house. She gotta have somewhere to come to. You need a car because you gotta be able to pick her up. So it just teach you like get your shit together. I'm really living life through her because I done made so many beats. It's like, man, I mean, I done made so many beats, DJ so many parties. It's like, I mean, it's all the same thing. Like when I go to a different city, it's all the same thing. Walk in the studio, make some beats. Walk in the club, get everybody hyped. So I'm more so be living life through her. Like I tell her, like I put her on her first plane like not too long ago, stuff like that. Or you want to dress up? We'll dress up. We'll play cops and robbers, dress up. So I don't know, it's fun. It's fun. I enjoy fatherhood. Right now I'm on like I got her for like 2 weeks, so it's like I do got to get home because she's calling me right now, and she got her own iPad. That's what's crazy how the kids are like so much more advanced now. Like she has her own iPad. She'll just call me like, "Hey, bro, like." When are you coming to get me? Come get me now. Get on the airplane and come pick me up. She'll say something like, when the sun go down, when it come back up and it's light outside, you should be here to get me, right? Like, all right, I'm on my way, Riley. So it's fun. It's fun. She got her own personality. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's dope. What else you working on, RJ? What else is coming up for you, man?
I still like dropping my own songs. I've been dropping my own songs, like the songs you heard with Rio, those are my songs.
Yeah.
So I like to put out my own songs. Outside of that, I'm just trying to get way bigger placements. That's the biggest thing, is just getting bigger placements, knocking more shit out, doing more shit with bigger artists, traveling, DJing bigger parties. Yeah, that's really it. And taking care of my kid, running it up.
I feel that. All right, hey, shout outs you want to give before we wrap it up, RJ?
Let's give a shout out to myself, man. Follow me on Instagram at RJ Lamont, RJLAMONT. I got the littest Instagram page ever. But yeah, that's really the only shout out I want to give.
Oh, it wasn't produced by RJ, throw the beat away. 2 days down in the O, I made 60K. If you think I'm lying, lock me up and throw the key away. You text me yesterday.